Yeah, this is us when we were really little, on the steps of my grandma's house. That's me. That's him. In my family growing up, my brother was raised completely the same as me and my sister. Just because he was in a wheelchair doesn't mean that he couldn't do almost everything else that we could do, especially when it came to school and, pursuing an education post high school and coming into college. I knew a bit about the treatments that he was getting and sort of why he was having to go to the doctors, but I didn't have that deep understanding, which I was grateful for growing up. But once I got into college and I had a bit more independence and I could sort of choose the path that I wanted to walk for myself, I felt myself being compelled to and drawn towards learning more. My brother and I are only 18 months apart, so we're like super, super close. He's one of my best friends. And I didn't know that this lab existed at Harvard when I was doing my recruiting. We do tissue culture to study specifically neuromuscular degenerative diseases, and I specifically study spinal muscular atrophy. I always wanted to see if there was an opportunity for me to just help contribute at least to the literature, even if it's in a slightly small way, that later down the line could lead to a trickle effect of creating a new therapy that could help my brother increase his quality of life, regain muscle function. And then I found that this lab actually published some papers and did some work about 10 years ago that helped contribute to my brother's gene therapy, which helped save his life. So I was really obviously interested in the lab when I saw that, and I thought I might as well reach out. We're supposed to have a half-hour discussion that turned into 2 hours of me talking about my family, and then just, from a desire of wanting to learn more about like the projects and the literature. And then, spoke to my coaches, spoke to the lab, found a way to balance my schedules. And with a sport like swimming, I don't really remember my academics and sports balancing that ever to not be intense. I'm from rural Canada, so I used to train with my tiny club team, and then I would commute 3-hour round trips a couple times a week to practice at the High Performance Center in Toronto. And then, also taking a full load of classes. The coaching staff and specifically upperclassmen on the team that I've spoken to who have done their own research really encouraged me to sort of take a leap of faith while pursuing this. Just because you are a student athlete at an institution like Harvard, where athletics and academics can both be so demanding, that you are capable of adding this sort of third sphere to your life, which could enrich it so much. It really sort of bolstered the confidence in me, and I'm grateful for them every day. With a team like HWSD, you have so much fun being with your teammates that, I don't know, it just feels like social time at the same time. I feel like that's pretty common with the sports here too, though. Like, you work really hard, but you just enjoy it because of the people that you're with.